It's Ogunkoya, a research analyst at ARM Securities, now joins me to look at trading activities at the NSE as well as projections. Janet, a pleasure to have you join us on Closing Bell West Africa. So I am unable to get on the NSE's database now to get figures from today's closing activities. Is that in any way connected to the upgrade and data portal that the NSE has embarked on today at all, Janet?
Yeah, hi. Thank you for having me. So, I mean, I can't exactly tie that to the upgrade that has come up for the data portal, but of course that's definitely positive for users of data like us, the analysts, and then also for other users at the back end. So what they just said is to make sure customers, because it's a subscription-based portal where subscribers get to gain access to some data, real-time data on regarding what's happening in markets. So it's definitely some good news for to improve access for investors, particularly in a time like this where we have more people working from home. Not everybody's quite centered in the office anymore. So having that kind of usage where people like us in the analysts, where you have to gain access to that kind of real-time data would definitely be it's definitely something positive for for as far as capital markets concerned. But like you said, I'm also unable to get on the website, so it's really not clear why we're unable to get on the website at this time.
So I'd like you to be our eyes and ears today. What sentiments dominated market activities today at the NSE?
I think it's similar to what we've seen, a similar trend that we've seen across, for markets, particularly the Nigerian market lately. I mean, from the start of June, just even to mention, when you look at it from the quarter to date, looking at it from April, we've actually seen some recovery in our market performance. I mean, to mention, as at April, we're actually down. The NSE ASI was actually down by as much as 30%. But yesterday, market is down by about 8%. So it just shows that we've had some good recovery, so far in this quarter in Q2. But I mean, we've also seen that similar trend where we started to see some investors book losses from the start of June. And I believe, more or less, you could almost tie that to, before very soon we'll be getting some Q2 earnings releases for investors very soon. And then, when you just listen to what we're seeing, investors tend to start to price that in because, expectation really for results right now would not be, actually, especially for the Q2 results, is not exactly positive considering the kind of lockdown we've had, so far. So we started to see investors actually price that into their stock, the expectations for Q2 results, and all of that. So that's more likely what, we're seeing. But like I said, when you look at it from the quarter to date, we had seen some strong recovery from the losses that we had recorded earlier. This challenge with some of the positives we've seen in the oil market, some positives we've seen as far as our reserves are concerned, when you look at the multilaterals that have come in as well, so we've seen that improved sentiment in markets, but investors are beginning to now, take position ahead of, in Q2 earnings releases that could release sometime middle of July.
This leads me to my next question. What have all of these factors meant for activities in the market?
Yeah, so like I said, market is currently, as of yesterday, and we don't have the data right now, but as of yesterday, market was down by about 7.8%. But when you look at the quarter to date, market is actually up by 23%. So obviously, like I said, yesterday market is down. We've just seen investors just book some profit on maybe previous gains that we saw, for the quarter, and then also, position ahead of earnings releases. But I think it's also worth mentioning that, when you look at our earnings, when you look at our multiples, like our PE, we currently stand at about 8.2 times. When you compare to other pairs like Kenya, which is 8.6, we have SA at about 17 times, Egypt at about 10.4. It just shows that we still have some, our stocks are still relatively cheap compared to other markets. It's a global phenomenon, what's actually going on at the moment, with the whole COVID-19 crisis and all of that. So that's my take on it. I perceive what we could see is, by the time Q2 result comes in, we could see more price down in stocks. But I believe that could also be a good opportunity for investors to, at least looking forward, a good opportunity for investors to just pick up some cheap stocks at the time. By the time it starts to releases come through, and then we see that reaction by from investors selling down, selling down on, the bad performance, the poor performances that we might see from companies, as far as Q2 earnings is concerned.